don't want to go too fast and rip your skin. This thing is extremely adhesive. Today for Mousetrap Monday, I'm going to review the 5 most popular mouse traps currently being sold on Amazon, give you the pluses and minuses of each one, and recommendations on how to catch more mice. I'm a mousetrap expert that's posted over 1,000 videos on YouTube. I have a collection with over 5,000 different mousetraps, and I was actually pretty surprised at what mousetraps are getting the most sales. To come up with this list, I simply went to Amazon and searched mousetrap by best sellers. Now this list is constantly changing which one is the most popular, but in general, these are the best sellers by far worldwide. With this one here, the Max Catch Glue Trap, being the most popular, it gets over 30,000 sales a month. It's pretty amazing to me that this is the #1 option people are purchasing when they have a mouse problem. It's so simple. It's basically a cardboard that folds with glue on the top. You peel this back and it's so sticky. Now I can see why people like this idea. First of all, it's very economical. A box of 36 traps simply costs $19.21. That means each one of these sticky card mouse traps sells for around 53 cents a piece, and you can set these up all around to deal with your mouse problem. Now if you watch my channel for a while now, you know I'm not a big fan of glue mouse traps. Here's the card that you peel off, exposing this glue, and this is so sticky. In my opinion, this is not very humane, because you lay these on the ground, the mice walk on it with their fur, they get stuck, and it's very hard to get off. So basically any mouse that walks on this glue tray is completely stuck. The more it struggles, the more its fur gets caught in that glue. It is so sticky. As you can see, my hand is completely stuck to that, especially the arm hair and the skin. If it struggles too much, it might rip its skin. It will get exhausted and eventually die of exhaustion, exposure, or dehydration, or maybe hunger. That's a horrible way to die that can take a long time, but it can be very effective if you just want to get rid of the mice. But then you have to check it often and make sure they're not stinking when they're dead, and you might find the mouse alive. That's also a pretty horrible situation, seeing this poor mouse there struggling, and you have to kill it in a quick, humane way. So these glue traps are just not my favorite. They are so popular, so many people use them, and that's because they do work well, but in my opinion, they're inhumane and they're not very safe. If you accidentally get your hand caught on this, you're gonna lose at minimum a bunch of arm hair just like that. And you don't want to go too fast and rip your skin. This thing is extremely adhesive. Now looking on the Amazon reviews, customers had some pretty interesting things to say about these. This Max Catch Glue Trap has over 75,000 global ratings, with 68% of the customers giving it 5 stars. It gets really high marks for quality and ease of assembly. However, some customers have reported issues with the trap's ability to catch mice. They also disagree on the adhesion, effective mice smell and value, and especially ease of cleaning. So even though this sticky mousetrap is by far the best selling, in my opinion, it's not the best option. Let's take a look at #2. Here we have the second most popular mousetrap being sold on Amazon, and specifically this box here. It contains 20 snap traps made by Victor, and it costs $10.99. That works out to about 55 cents per trap. We'll go ahead and open this up and dump it out. This would definitely be a pretty big arsenal in dealing with the mouse problem. Now this style of snap mousetrap was first invented by William Hooker in 1894, and it's pretty amazing that it's still one of the all-time most popular mousetraps with an unchanged design. And that's because it's so efficient and effective. The way you set it is you pull back this kill bar here, pull over the arm, and attach it to the trigger. You place peanut butter right in the trigger and place it along a wall. A mouse will come along, smell that bait, and when it hits the trigger, it gets snapped right on the head or neck. These mouse traps can be a great way to deal with a mouse problem, but they also have some problems. They can be kind of tricky to set. People get a little nervous about snapping their fingers because it doesn't feel good. Also, if you leave this out in the open, a kid might find it, or maybe a pet, and that's pretty dangerous. I've also seen how mice and rats have learned how to steal the bait where they don't set off the trigger, or maybe they don't get fully caught and they drag the trap away. Now when looking at the reviews, this trap has over 19,000 ratings and 69% of customers give it 5 stars. They rate it very high on value but have mixed ratings on sensitivity, quality, and performance. And I think the biggest reason for that is it does require some skill in setting them. There's quite a bit of room for user error. but when set properly, it's a great trap. Now let's take a look at trap number 3 that had over 20,000 sales in the past month. This trap is called the Fey Mouse Trap. It's made in China and it's a plastic one-click style snap mouse trap. They're sold in a 6-pack for $8.99, which means they cost about $1.50 per trap. The best thing about this mouse trap is how simple it is to set. You place peanut butter in the center of the trigger right here and then click the back and it's ready to go. The mouse comes along and tries to get the bait, and when it does, it gets chomped down with those teeth. With over 22,000 customer reviews, 69% gave it a 5-star. It gets high marks for ease of setup, performance, ease of cleaning, value, ease of removal, and packaging, and has mixed results for quality and killing. But of the 5 traps I'm looking at today, this may be my favorite. The rest are glue traps, so we'll take a look at them. Number 4 is the Tomcat brand mouse size glue trap. They cost $6.77 for a 6-pack, which means each trap is $1.13 a piece. Again, it's basically some of the sticky glue right here in a tray, and as you can see, as soon as you touch it, ooh. This one is much more pliable and you can pull it away more. It's almost like taffy, but it is very sticky. Since mice are hairy, I'll go ahead and use my hairy hand. They walk along and stick on it, and they are not coming off. Of all the glue traps we're looking at today, this is maybe the least impressive because you can pull away from it, and I could see a mouse escaping covered in glue. But I could be wrong because this trap has over 41,000 customer reviews with over 70% of them giving 5 stars. It did receive very high marks on performance, ease of use, and ease of cleaning, but had mixed reviews on effect on mice, adhesion, value, quality, and size. And the final trap is the Catchmaster Pro Strength Mouse and Insect Glue Board 60-pack. This is almost identical to the first mouse trap, the bestseller, also made by Catchmaster, only with 60 traps in here. It's a better value at 40 cents a piece. Basically, I don't see a difference from the number 1 best-selling mouse trap, just a different box, and this one says it's also for insects. You peel off the piece here, and it's a cardboard with that really sticky glue. Although this isn't as sticky, I can stick my hand on this and definitely get it off easier. It did pull some hair, but this is more for catching insects. I don't think a mouse will completely get stuck. I think they could pull off. But that doesn't seem to be reflected in the customer reviews. With over 5,600 ratings, it has 5 stars of 73% and gets high marks for quality, ability to use, value, ease of use, and size. But mixed reviews on stickiness, smell, and strength. So if you have a mouse problem and you go to Amazon, you'll quickly discover there are so many different options out there. Thousands of mouse traps that kill mice in different ways. Everything from electric mouse traps that shock the mice to death, to snap mouse traps, live catch mouse traps, sticky mouse traps. It's hard to know which mouse trap is best, but I would not buy a mouse trap based on the number of sales or Amazon reviews. These are just junk in my opinion, and these are okay. Now I am biased, but my favorite mouse trap is one that I invented. It's a bucket style mouse trap that spins when the mice walk on it. It's more expensive than these other options, but I've caught over 400 mice with one trap. So the cost per mouse is much lower. These can be a live catch mouse trap or a kill trap, and it works so much better than the sticky traps or the snap traps. So if you want my all-time favorite mouse trap, it's the Dizzy Dunker. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please consider clicking that button. I've posted over 1,000 videos on YouTube, and currently I'm posting new videos every Friday. So if you want to see the best videos on how to catch mice, rats, squirrels, chipmunks, moles, voles, and gophers, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have a mouse problem, please consider clicking the link in the description and purchasing one of the mouse traps I invented. It's called the Dizzy Dunker Mouse Trap, and I consider it to be the greatest mouse trap ever made.